Hello everyone, my name is Kieran, and what a big 3 points that is. United run out 2-0 winners at Crystal Palace. Goals from Rashford and Martial get the job done for Manchester United, and that's what I've called the title of this stream, job done, because that's all it was. It wasn't a very convincing performance. We were clinical in front of goal, but it wasn't really the most convincing performance you'll ever see. But we got the job done, and that is all that matters. As we said in the preview, all that matters is that we go, get the job done, get the 3 points, and go level on points with Leicester. And this win has definitely restored some faith that we can get top four. Obviously, after that Southampton result, I think a lot of people were getting a bit nervous, a bit kind of, oh, here we go again type thing. But getting that win, getting those 3 points is absolutely huge in this top four race. Absolutely massive. And welcome to everyone who has joined us live. And if you're not watching live, don't worry about it. I will be reading what you guys have to say in the comment section below. So make sure you do leave your thoughts in the comments as well if you're watching as a video. Going to go through everyone who is here with me now watching the stream and enjoying it. Welcome Patrick, thanks for joining Patrick, welcome LSR Pre-Drinks Live, welcome Man United Fan TV, Footy Live, welcome Tom, Dazza, happy birthday Dazza as well, really appreciate it, you coming on your birthday, and everyone wish Dazza a happy birthday as well. He got a great present. This is probably one of the best presents you could have got on your birthday, a win for Manchester United, but happy birthday Daz, hopefully you had a good day, and hopefully you're having a good week as well, and United too, thanks for joining, really appreciate it. But guys, as always, get your comments in on what you thought on the performance, who was your man of the match, I'd love to hear from you. Issa as well, thanks for joining Issa, really appreciate it, and I'll be reading out the comments in just a second, but I'm going to give my thoughts on the game right now. And as I said, it wasn't the most convincing performance, especially, again, we're slow starters. We didn't get going. Crystal Palace were all over us like a rash in that first kind of, that first period before the drinks break. Crystal Palace were all over us and probably deserved to be 1-0 up. It's very similar to how the Aston Villa game went. They deserved to be 1-0 up, but obviously they couldn't take their chances, and maybe that's indicative of the fact they've lost their last 6 games as well. But they just didn't have the quality to finish the chances, and we actually didn't defend too badly. I thought our defending wasn't too bad today, but ultimately we got the job done. That was good. Try to balance Don't ever try and balance the mic on a Foster's can, people. But anyway, that is a fantastic start to the stream. Liam, thanks for joining as well. Really appreciate it. But yeah, just not a convincing performance. Palace started really well. We started really poorly. But then ultimately, we got the goal. Marcus Rashford. What a bit of composure from Marcus Rashford as well. Absolutely superb from him. Just to dummy the ball, take it round 2, and finish it in the back of the net. Superb from Marcus Rashford. 22 for the season for him in all competitions. He's having a fantastic season, a really, really good season. And can you imagine what it would have been like for Marcus Rashford had he not got injured? How many goals he would have scored? I mean, he probably would have hit the 30 mark by now, which would have been an unbelievable return for a Man United player in the last few days. But anyway, Rashford gets his goal, and it's an all-important goal. And then Martial in the 78th, 77th minute bags the second goal, and we need that second goal. It was really looking like Palace was still coming for us, and we really need that second goal, and that's what happened. We got the second goal, and that really killed the game off. Obviously, there was 11 minutes of stoppage time where it was a little bit nervy, but we got the job done in the end. Pretty simple, and we move on to West Ham, but a massive, massive victory nonetheless. I will be taking calls, guys. I will be taking calls, so stay tuned for them. But yeah, let's read the comments now. Issa says, few relief, massive win, and hope for more in the remaining games. Just shows that we can take our chances and make something out of nothing. Get in, exactly, 100%, mate. Liam, thanks for joining, says, yo mate, great win. What's your thoughts on Palace disallowed goal? I think it was Riley disallowed, and on social media everyone calls us Varchester United, which is so frustrating. Mate, drink it in. Everyone's hating us right now. It's brilliant. Everyone's hating us. No one wants us to do well. But obviously, yeah, it's a big win for us. But that VAR decision, it was offside. That's it. He was offside. Like, they drew the lines. He was offside. There's nothing to complain about. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit unfortunate for the Palace player, but there's been loads of decisions this season which have been like that. There's no reason to complain. No reason to complain. It's stupid. Manchester United Fan TV, thanks for joining as well. Appreciate it. He says, Kieran, what a performance. I'm very happy. Yeah. I think that speaks for everyone. I think everyone is so gassed about the performance today. Everyone is absolutely buzzing, and why not? Why not indeed? Let's keep reading the comments. Keep them coming in. Footy Live says they played like Southampton and pressured us, but they couldn't keep it up for the full 90 minutes. And I think as well with Southampton, they were able to take their chances. Obviously, they scored. They opened the scoring, and then they scored late, but they scored 2 goals against us, and they always had a strong presence going forward. They always looked like they were going to score. Palace, on the other hand, going forward, they weren't brilliant. I'm not going to lie, they were not good going forward. I think in that kind of first half, but in that kind of first half before the drinks break, they pressed us and they looked like the best team. They looked like they were going to score, but unfortunately for them, they didn't get in the back of the net. Obviously, they scored the offside goal, which was offside, and as I said, that's the last of it. I'm not hearing anyone say, "Oh, it was onside. Oh, it was unfair." If you're offside, you're offside, and that is the be-all and end-all of it. That is it. That is end of discussion. If you're offside, you're offside. But they just couldn't take their chances, and we actually blocked well. We defended well, mostly, and a bit of last-ditch defending, to be fair, but we got the job done, and that's all that matters. But yeah, listen. People are going to have a moan. People are going to whinge, and you gotta love that. People having a go. Yeah, where's Sifon tonight? It'll be interesting to see if Sifon makes an appearance. I'm O'Hersey. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. He says, bad game. Lucky Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka poor. Bruno, Anto, Rash on fire. 3 points and prepare our 4th win against Chelsea. I hope so, man. I really hope so. That FA Cup semi-final. That's it. And, obviously after that Southampton victory, people were very, very down. Now there's a prospect of us finishing the week being level on points with 4th, with Leicester having to go and play Spurs, which I think they'll definitely drop points in that game, and we have to play West Ham. There could be a very good opportunity for us to be in a cup final and be level on points with 4, which is amazing. I mean, I think if you said to me at this point in the season we'd be level on points with 4th and we'd be in an FA Cup final, I would have told you're an idiot. I would have told you you're absolutely off your head. But we've done it. It looks like we're going to do it. Obviously, Chelsea are going to be up for it. That's going to be a harder game. And I will be previewing that game, I think, on Saturday. So make sure you tune in for that. Patrick says, now Mourinho could do us a favour for old time's sake. If they win by 2 goals and we win against Ham, then I believe a draw will be enough for us at the King Power. Yep, you're totally 100% right. You're 100% right. The permutations are, if we beat West Ham and Leicester lose their game, then we just have to avoid defeat. That is all we need to do. That's all we need to do. And as I said, we need to focus on ourselves. Leicester obviously got the win today against Sheffield United, and I thought Sheffield United were going to take points off Leicester, but obviously they didn't. Fair play to Leicester, they won the game 2-0, but we cancelled out their goal difference as well. They were going to gain 2 goal difference on us, and we cancelled it out, so that's another positive from tonight. But just happy to get the job done, really. Issa says, I would give Rashford the man of the match, scored a great goal and played a pivotal role for the second, made things happen. Fosu-Mensah deserves a shout out. I think a lot of us before the game were a bit bemused by the Fosu-Mensah pick, but actually I thought he played superbly. I thought Fosu-Mensah actually did really, really well today. Didn't really put a foot wrong. So that is really, really encouraging, and hopefully we get to see more of Fosu-Mensah in the coming matches. If obviously Luke Shaw and Brandon Williams stay injured for the rest of the season. But, Fosu-Mensah finally, hopefully we can see more of him, because I think he's a decent player. It's just that we haven't really been able to see him. That was his first appearance for Manchester United since 2017, May 2017. So it's the first time back in a long while, but I thought he did very, very well. So yeah, my man of the match, I would have to give it to either Rashford or David De Gea. I thought David De Gea actually played superb. David De Gea made some really good saves, and even towards the end, when we were 2-0 up, he made that really crucial save off Wilfried Zaha, where against Palace at Old Trafford, that's probably in the back of the net. But he makes a save, and obviously he should make the save, but he makes a save, and it's a really important save in the end, so you have to give him props, you really, really do. But yeah, brilliant save from him, and big help in getting the 3 points. But I think Rashford and David De Gea are probably the two ones who help us. I've seen Patrick say man of the match Lingard. Yeah, I tell you what, I guess you could argue that when he came on we scored. So, who's that? You've got to look at that and think, maybe he's the magic touch. Maybe we need to bring Lingard on in games where we're struggling. Maybe that's what we need to do. But anyways, fair play to him, man. Fair play. Tom says Roy Hodgson will be coming out of his armchair to complain about VAR once again. You've got to love it. Exactly, mate. Exactly. This is what we love. People complaining about us winning. That's what I love. I literally inject it into my veins, man. Inject it into my veins. But anyway, guys, I'm going to open the lines up now because I think probably I've said enough on what I have to say, and I've got a lot of questions to ask you guys. So I'll be opening up the lines. So whoever wants to call in first, please do feel free to do so. And I'll ask you. I'll open up Discord as well. So for anyone who wants to call in on that, can do so as well. But yeah, massive win for Manchester United. A massive result in the context of top four. And we said before the game, I think a lot of us were very nervous. A lot of us were thinking after that game against Southampton, after losing like that, or after drawing like that, we were worried. I think most United fans will admit that they are worried for the game. I don't think many United fans were confident. But we got the job done, and hopefully that restores the confidence, not only in the players, but the fan base as well. That would be very good. Okay. As it's his birthday, we have to let him go first, as it's his birthday. Happy birthday to you, Daz, as well. Thanks for coming on your birthday as well. Really appreciate it. And what a birthday present for you. How about that win? How important was it? And what were your thoughts on it overall?
Yeah, thank you very much. Very pleased. I did think the first half, I thought we were quite sloppy with the ball. I thought we didn't play to our full potential, and it was a bit like the Southampton game. It was a bit like, I think we played practically like we did in the second half. I thought from both teams in this game, I thought they were pretty poor in the first half. Marcus Rashford, I have to say, well taken goal. He did very well on the ball. Gets into the penalty area, gets in a good little bit of space. He's got two defenders on him, and for him to do, as we do on FIFA, an RB pullback, for him to pull it, for him to pull it back and go onto his right foot and smash it into the bottom corner, I thought a really well taken goal. Second goal, second half, I thought really well worked. It was really well worked. It's all from the left-hand side and then straight into the centre. And Rashford sees the vision. He's got the vision. He sees Martial's in a good place, so he plays it through Martial. You'd bet your house on him scoring goals like that. I do feel sorry though for Patrick Van Aarnholt. It was a bit of a. I did see the collision. Obviously, Martial wasn't at fault because it wasn't his fault. I think he lost his footing, but I do feel sorry for Patrick Van Aarnholt. He's a very good player for Crystal Palace. One of their most important ones, I'd say. I think Crystal Palace will struggle without him, and it was a nasty injury, to be honest. But what can you do about it? Accidents do happen.
Yeah.
I know you're probably about to ask me about the VAR incidents, because I know everyone's been talking about them. So probably, yeah. I don't know what to say. I mean, you practically took the words out of my mouth basically earlier on in the stream, and you said that in an offside position, you're offside. With Crystal Palace's goal, though, I mean, I don't criticise VAR that often because I've realised that it's the referee who makes the decision, not it's nothing to do with the system, apart from when it comes to the offside decisions. Now, I think it's one of the most tightest and one of the most controversial decisions made by the referee on VAR, because you look at it from the player, you look at it, he's onside. Now you look at the VAR angle, and I actually thought he was onside. I seriously thought he was onside. And I'm thinking, if he's offside, then this is going to be incredibly marginal.
Mm.
And when I actually saw, because obviously, as soon as you see this line flash pink or something, or purple, whatever it is, he's offside, I'm thinking that's probably one of the most tightest calls I think I've ever seen with regarding to the offside rule. But no, I felt Crystal Palace were rather hard done by there. But I felt that the first half, I mean, Palace could so easily have nicked a goal off us in the first half. David De Gea with a superb save right at half time as well. And the penalty incident now. Palace's pen. No. Lindelof gets the ball before he gets the man. No pen. When I saw I think it was Martial who went to the penalty area for United, my reaction was penalty. Saw the replay. Nah, makes a good challenge. He does get the ball as he gets to play, so it's quite a good challenge. But I think it was one of the most it was one of the most scrappy and controversial games, I think, and especially I think it's probably the biggest amount of injuries I've seen in one game. It's just literally injury after injury after injury after injury. But I agree with what you said earlier, Timothy Fosu-Mensah. I mean, he's barely started this season. I think that might be first or second start all season. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, because it's been that long since I've seen him play.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I think he hasn't. I think that was his first start since like 2017. I think that was the last time Fosu-Mensah played for us. Yeah.
Time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I thought yes, absolutely. I didn't think he put a foot wrong. I thought he was brilliant. But the question is, I think we'll get Brandon Williams back next game. Because he's got a few stitches in his head. That they'll probably sorted itself out. Luke Shaw looked like a bad injury in the last game as well. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Brandon Williams in and not Luke Shaw in the next game. But these final two games, the big ones, you got West Ham at home. Now we lost against them away from home, but we do tend to do well against them at home. Can't remember the last time I actually lost against them though, but probably not long ago. But you forget things as you get old. That's old age, mate.
Yeah, well,
we're only 18s.
Yeah,
but we do have a decent record against West Ham at home, and Leicester away. We haven't lost there since I believe 2014 when they beat us 5-3. What a game that was! I believe that was under Louis van Gaal or I think that it was under David Moyes actually. I might be wrong. But two big games. We must be getting points out of them. Really, it's do or die time. Really, people will say that. I think people will say win and a draw will do it. I don't think so. Because if you look at the final fixtures, we've got Leicester, Wolves, who, in my opinion, I'd say are out of it. Obviously, that would depend on goal difference because United only need at least a draw, and they've secured their fifth place spot, at least. So I think Wolves are definitely going to be out of it. Spurs are certainly out of it, because they can't catch us. So it's three-horse race, really. You got Leicester, Chelsea, and United. If Wolves can get a result against Chelsea, get a result against Leicester and West Ham and stuff, then I think realistically we could finish in top four. But it's too early to tell at the minute because it's that tight. Literally, one mistake from either team could cost them. It's that tight.
Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. It really is. I think ultimately, you look at it, and we're level on points with fourth. Obviously, we're 1 point behind Chelsea as well in third. It's going to be a really, really intriguing kind of last few games. But to be honest with you, I'm hoping we can get the job done. I think the great thing is the fact it's in our hands as well, which is always good. The fact that if we win our last 2 games, we'll get top 4. So as long as we do our job, we're not having to rely on anyone else, and that's the main thing. But before I let you go, Daryl, because I'm sure you've got some more celebrating to do. Who was your man of the match
today? Not
today?
really. We've done all the celebrations tonight.
All right.
We've done all the celebrations.
Not a cheeky eye, bro.
Well, I had Iron Brew earlier, mate.
All right.
And I've had about 3 today. Not
all right.
alcohol though, because I don't want to go down that route,
No.
But it takes some time to get used to it. Man of the match. It's a tough one. I think, to be honest, it's a tough one. I think there was a few players that played decent, but none of them really stood out as such for me, because it wasn't an amazing performance. It wasn't our finest performance yet. But I'm going to go... I mean, it's his first start since goodness knows when, and he's the only player who really stood out for me. Timothy
Fosu-Mensah. It's not a bad little shout. Not a bad little shout there, to be fair. I think actually he did really well. He did really well when he came back. And maybe, especially with the injuries, we might see a lot more of him. But yeah, Daz, thanks for coming on, mate. Really appreciate it. And happy birthday and many happy returns.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Catching up to you. I think I'm on the same age, aren't I?
I turned 19 in March, so you're actually a year behind. But trust me, that's not a bad thing. But anyway, thanks for coming on, mate. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And
cheers, bud. All the best.
See you later, pal. Cheers, Daz, for coming on. And the legend that is Daz Johnson. Make sure to check out Daz's football stand as well. Really good stuff on there. But yeah, I'll call you on Discord, mate. I'll call you on Discord, Tom, and we can have a little bit of a chat about the game. Yeah, make sure you keep getting your comments in as well. And Sifon has joined us, I saw, and welcome Ryan as well. Thanks for joining. Important win. It was a very important win. I mean, that really could have been my title as well. I could have made it important win because in the end of the day, the job was done. It's an important win. It's all of those things, and we move on. We have to move on, and we're getting our job done. It's annoying that we didn't get this job against Southampton done, but obviously because of the other results, we were right. So anyway, Tom has joined us, the legend that is Tom, Footy Live in the live chat. Tom, mate, I know you're absolutely buzzing. I'm just going to let you go. What were your thoughts on the game today, mate?
First 20 minutes, we looked dead. Tired, rusty. Honestly, you'd think that we've just come on. You'd think that we've flown to London, and it's taken us about 10 hours. I'm not being funny. Some of the players out there look jet lagged. We've only come on a blooming coach. But first 20 minutes just looked absolutely shaky. Like I said in the comments, the Southampton game, I think that's opened our opponent's eyes. I definitely think Chelsea will play like that on Sunday because Chelsea can keep up that high press for a lot longer. Players like Pulisic and that are going to be pressurising the hell out of Maguire and Lindelof to try and force mistakes. That's something you've got to watch out for. In terms of the defence, the preview, I got it right. I said 2-0. I said take the clean sheet. Defence needs to shorten itself up after the Southampton game. Diabolical. Kept it simple. Set pieces. Defend them properly. Maguire was the main man in the air. I don't think Lindelof headed the ball away from a set piece. It was always Maguire. Yeah. That's how it should be. And Lindelof was the man who just sweep the ball away off of the floor. That's how it's supposed to be. That's a partnership for you. I don't look at Liverpool. When I look at Liverpool, I see Virgil van Dijk gets over aerial headers and he gets them away. Joe Gomez is the sweeper. He'll get the balls off of the floor and he'll smash it away. That's a partnership for you. I don't know, we've criticised Lindelof and Maguire for not building a partnership. To be honest, I am seeing something there. I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, people might think I'm stupid in saying this, because Sifford might try and pull one by saying Arsenal's got the best defence in the world. But I'm sure there's a European, or it's a Premier League statistic, that Man United have got the best defensive, well, not the best defensive, I think it's in like the top 3 defensive records, either in the Premier League or in Europe. I can't remember the actual stat, but you know, since the restart, 19 games unbeaten. Wow, you know, to say, yeah, we've drawn a couple of games in there, but when you're drawing, like we've drawn, well, the way I see it is, on the run, we've beaten some of the biggest teams. Manchester City, people say that they're one of the best teams in Europe. Beaten 3 times this season. Pep Guardiola, the best manager in the world. People criticise Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, saying, "Oh, he's got no tactics, he's got no players." He's beaten one of the best managers in the world 3 times. Klopp has not beaten Pep Guardiola 3 times, but you say Klopp's the best manager in the world. I'm not. Before you say, I'm not saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's the best manager in the world. Before somebody gets the wrong impression. But
so what, mate? 19 games unbeaten. The stats don't lie. The stats don't lie.
Exactly, the stats don't lie. You know, I don't see Liverpool doing so well at the moment. You know, they've just gone and lost to Banter FC. You know. And I think, personally, I can't remember who put a comment in the chat that said it'll play into Man United's hands, really, because Liverpool fans will be wanting a reaction from that game against Chelsea. And I think, obviously, with Liverpool being, I think they're being awarded the title in that game as well, so they'll want to pull off a good performance there and win the game, and then go on to lift the trophy, obviously. So that might play into our hands a little bit better if Chelsea can drop some points. It's just a question of we've got to watch what the other teams do, really. You know, I saw today passion, courage, fight. I've said it a long time. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came into this club. The club was broken. It was like a broken record. It was like we put the record into the machine and nothing was playing. But somehow he's managed to fix it and tune it up. Not to full capacity, where it's blaring out probably about 100%. But I'm telling you now, under Jose Mourinho, we was probably what? No, I wouldn't even say 10%. Probably even lower than that. Under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'm saying 75% at least. We're not a million miles away. And I think tonight's performance shows a couple of things to us as United fans. People who have compared Mason Greenwood and said, do we need Jadon Sancho? On the right wing tonight, he was isolated a lot of the time because Wilfried Zaha and Van Aarnholt did a double on him. And he didn't really get any support. He didn't get that much support. So he had to come more central rather than being out on the wing, which created space for Wan-Bissaka. And that's why Wan-Bissaka was so far up the pitch in the game. And with a player like Sancho, who's Europe's elite, I put Sancho in the top 3 bracket for wingers, to be honest with you, for his age. You know, he would deal with 2 attackers coming at him. Easily. Deal with it. And it's Martial tonight. Prime example, I said in the preview, put some balls into the box. I said it against Southampton. Stick him in the middle and put some balls into the box and see what he can do. Yeah, and that's what we did. We put some balls into the box. Wan-Bissaka bombing up and down that line, putting crosses in. Rashford, you know, even Timothy Foster-Mensah was chipping in with a couple of crosses. You know, it was this surprise selection. I didn't think he, you know, we've not even seen him come off the bench, but he sticks him in there against Palace. To say he's been out 9 months with an ACL injury, and to come back, that's his statement tonight. I don't necessarily think Timothy Foster-Mensah's out the door for me. He's a young player. He's not really had much play time at United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer likes to develop the youth players that we've got at the club. He's a young player. I think there is a player in there. It's just, when you're at that young age, you need to find your best position, really. Like with Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, when he came into the team, was a striker. Do we see Marcus Rashford playing at striker now? No, he's played everywhere across the front line. And we finally come to the conclusion, he's a left winger. Right, exactly the same with Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood tonight, isolated on that right wing, proves to me he is not a right winger. He's a temporary right winger. He's the best we've got, really,
Yeah.
until we get somebody. Technically, he's better than Daniel James, technically. But he's a centre forward. He's a number 9. He's in the box where the goals are got. And we'll talk all about this, about players that we need to get in and stuff. I'm looking at this team and I'm thinking, people are saying, a year and a half ago, Man United, a million miles away, recruitment has been poor. It's probably going to take them 5 or 6 years to build a team. But I look at this team and I see everything right. Over the last 2 years, we've looked at Liverpool and we've looked at Manchester City. The way their clubs are run, financially, the people who have got him, they wouldn't... If Ed Woodward was at Liverpool, I don't think in the last 5 minutes he'd have got the sack already. Exactly the same if he went to Manchester City. But to say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's had to deal with all this, he's had to deal with Ed Woodward's ego of not wanting to pay over the odds for players over the last couple of years. But it's all working out. And I said it as soon as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in, and I wish I came on your channel or I recorded it or something. I called it straight away. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, these players would not turn on the manager because these players have lasted 2 managers. Some of these players have been here since Louis van Gaal, right? Louis van Gaal, successful, experienced manager, having got to a World Cup final, he's made some of the best Dutch players in the world, in such as Robben, and such as Van Dijk now. Recruited these young Dutch players and made them into superstars. Exactly the same with Jose Mourinho. He didn't have the best of time at United. I'll be honest on that. He didn't have the best. But these are 2 experienced managers, and they failed at Man United. They didn't bring home the big boys. They didn't bring home the Champions League or the Premier League. And as United fans, we asked ourselves why, and we always said, it's the manager's fault. It's not. I don't necessarily think it was the manager's fault. I think Mourinho deserved to have gone, to be honest. Louis van Gaal, I wouldn't have sacked him after winning an FA Cup. I think I might have given him another couple, maybe 6 months or to a year, and see where he can go. Give him another transfer window, maybe. But I look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a club legend. Were we as fans ever going to turn on a club legend who's won us the Champions League in one of the most historic matches of European football ever recorded? Were we going to turn our back on somebody who's done so much for this football club? No, we weren't. And this is what I mean. It's been the players all along. Yeah. The players. I look at this team. Half of the players that are in this team this season, now, like we take the team that we'll put out there as saying it's our best 11, half the players in that team weren't even playing last year. Pogba, out for most of the season. Who else can you use, for example? He's brought in... How many players he's brought in? 5 players he's brought in. That's half a team. Half a team there. And that's changed. This team. Changed it completely. I'm not going as far to say Ollie's at the wheel or anything like that. No, I'm not cursing it. Maybe at the end of the season, but we'll talk about it. But not right now. There's bigger things. There's bigger fish to fry. We're going to the FA Cup game, Chelsea. Personally, it's something you'd want to win, but I'm not necessarily that bothered unless I would. If I'm in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's shoes right now, I would forfeit the FA Cup if it meant getting top 4. Because playing in the Champions League next year, for me, is more important than winning a Mickey Mouse trophy. That's Arsenal's cup to go and win. They're the major holders. Sifon, you can go and have a bit of banter with that. But all I'm going to say is this: we can still win a trophy this season. If I was in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's shoes, I would rest the major players. Fernandes needs a rest. I don't care what anybody says. He needs a rest. Pogba needs a rest. Absolutely gasping for air out there tonight. All these major players, they need a rest. Rashford, come back from a serious injury, needs a rest. Greenwood could have had his career ended against Romeo. Could have completely ripped his ankle off. Played again tonight. And I look at these players. We get a major injury against Chelsea, like Fernandes or a Pogba or a Rashford, it will ruin our season. And then Ole's got to live with that. That he pretty much ruined the season because he played gave these players too many games to play. This So this Sunday, I would play all of the banter players. I don't really care, to be honest with you. It's Chelsea. We've beat them, I don't know how many times this season.
3 times.
Three times this season. Yeah. There you go. I wouldn't really care, to be honest. Chuck Lingard in there, Chuck Pereira in there, Chuck Igalo in there. He might go and get you a winner. You never know. But I'm not necessarily that bothered about the FA Cup. I'd sooner go to Manchester, reassess for West Ham, get West Ham out of the way, travel to Leicester on the Saturday, and just go all out. Secure top 4, and then your players can have, I think they'd have 3 or 4 weeks rest, so they're more than prepared. And then let's go and have a bash at the European Cup. Let's go and have a bash at the Europa League. Many people are banking on us getting through that phase of the group. Let's go and do that. We've already beat Lask. I don't care what anybody says. They're not going to pull off some 6-0 crap. I don't care what Sifrin says. They're not. You got knocked out by Olympiacos. Fair play. But we've got a Turkish team, or we've got Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Let's just steamroll past them. Got Wolves in the final. Wolves are a bogey team, yes. Steamroll them, and then let's go and slap chuffing Lukaku and Sanchez's chuffing faces off, and let's absolutely gobsmack them in the final. That's what I want to see, and this is where it sprung out as United fans. I speak to a lot of people weekly, daily, monthly, yearly, whatever you want to say, and it's more positive signs now. Paul Pogba, I'm hearing nearly every day, looking like he wants to sign a new 5-year contract, and apparently he only wants maybe another 100k. Paul Pogba, quality player. Keep him at the club for as long as you can.
Yeah.
And we're only going to add to this team. We're only going to get better. That's what I'm going to say. In terms of the match, I won't babble on too much. I'll probably say my next 2 pieces, and then I'll probably let you get some more calls and whatnot.
Yeah.
In terms of play tonight, 20 minutes was shaky, like I already said. Maguire, standout. Him and Vossimensa, best 2 defenders tonight. Maguire could have had a hat trick, really, with a corners coming out. You need to bury them, man. I don't. If that's Van Dijk or somebody, free headers like that, bulleted straight into the top corner. Come on, just sort yourself out. You're the captain, but you need to put them in the net. Free headers like that. That's a free goal. That's a free goal, and that can change the game straight away there. And then we can hit them on the counter attack, and we can get more goals. And there you go. So, major player for me tonight, Rashford. I know Kasim's going to probably come on and give it all Rashford the go. I've been telling you and everything, but I wouldn't go as far. I wouldn't go as far to say that. But hey, there might be a partnership at PSG with Mbappe and Rashford. Making him a top priority target. He'll never leave Man United. I don't care what anybody says. No money's worth getting rid of a local lad of the quality of Rashford.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't care what anybody says. That performance tonight, that is what you expect from, and that shows what has been built in the youth system at Man United. He shows everything right from a Man United player tonight. The passion, he's sprinting to every ball, fighting for every challenge, taking people on, not backing down. Got a goal tonight, amazing feat and everything. Played a major part in the Martial goal, dragged the defenders away, and they concentrated on Rashford because he got the goal. Left Martial free to bob one in. 2-0, game done and dusted. VAR, can call us VAR Chester for all you want. You can say all you want about Manchester United. We're building something here, and all these fans, Sifon, mate, you're gonna live the next 2-3 years when this Man United team is built. I'm telling you now. Arsenal, mate, Arteta, exactly the same as what Ollie's doing. I'll give Arsenal some credit. I think Arteta will build Arsenal again, just like Ollie's doing. Club legends, know everything. What it means to play for your club. That's what you need at your football club, and that's what we've been missing for the last couple of years. Yeah, the record's been dusted off from the Sir Alex Ferguson days, and it's been playing. The tune's playing around Old Trafford again. We're not challenging. We're not going to win the title next year. Maybe 2-3 years down the line, we'll talk about it. But something's being built here. Understand this. Something's being built here. That's all I've got to say anyway.
Yeah,
but,
man.
Man of the match tonight, Marcus Rashford, masterclass. Got a goal, get his confidence up again. Sunday, don't really care, to be honest. Get to the final, maybe win the FA Cup. You never know. But I'd focus on the top 4 really, and just go and have a bash in the Europa League in the summer.
Sounds good, mate. Well, I'll tell you what, as always, on fire, mate. Absolutely on fire. And cheers for coming on as always, mate. Always great to hear what you got to say. And please do come on again.
Yeah, I will do, man. No problem. And everybody in the live chat and everything, subscribe to Red Devil Weekly, like the video, daily United content. Kieran, amazing guy, amazing host. Let's you come on here, have your fan opinion and whatnot. Yeah, so definitely drop him a like and drop him a sub from me. And yeah, amazing guy and future content coming out. So credit, Kieran.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the support, and thanks everyone for the support as always. But yeah, cheers for coming on, Tom. Really appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. See you on Sunday.
Yeah, see you there, mate. See you there. There you go, Tom. As always, I mean, he's just on fire, isn't he? He was just on absolutely. He was pinging off some beautiful stuff there. But yeah, I'll read out a few of the comments, by the way, and don't worry, I'm still reading what you guys have to say, so don't worry. Even when the callers are having their say, I'm still reading what you guys say in the comments, so I'll read out what you guys say. United at the wheel, Chucky, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Great to see you here. Make sure you check out his channel, guys. If you haven't already, go over there, check out his match review. If you haven't already, make sure you check it out. Really, really good stuff on there. Right. In fact, speak of the man himself. The man himself has joined us.
What's good, Margie? You good?
Mate, I'm buzzing right now, as everyone is. Everyone's absolutely over the moon with that huge win. Just want to say before we get into it, Sam United, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining, Sam. Really appreciate it. Make sure you check out his stuff as well. And make sure, as I said, check out United at the wheel. And Chucky is here. Thanks for coming on, mate. Appreciate it. And as I said, we're all absolutely buzzing right now. And what are your thoughts, mate? What were your thoughts?
First of all, game, man. It went how I expected it to go. I can't even lie. Not only the scoreline, the rhythm of the match, how everything went is exactly how I thought it would go. Slow start. We've had a slow start the last 2 matches, so I was expecting another slow start today. I was expecting Rashford to score, and I was expecting Martial to not let my man be scoring and him not getting the score sheet. So as far as the game went, yeah, that's kind of how I expected it. Crystal Palace ain't no pushovers. Sit in similar position to our last match, and also when teams ain't got nothing to play for, it's a whole different kettle of fish there, because what are they actually playing for? They're playing to ruin your day, and also for a bit of pride because they've got so many losses in a row, boy. But yeah, the game went how I went. I'm ecstatic. Come on, man. A few people don't sound as happy as they should be, as far as I'm concerned. End of the day, clean sheet, away from home, no fans, it doesn't matter. We did what we needed to do. Professional performance. In a sense, slow start, but then eventually started to create to control the game. That's how I saw that one.
Yeah, man, I agree. Listen, we've got to be positive. Obviously, after that Southampton result, everyone was down. Everyone was. I think a lot of people, their kind of their optimism towards top 4 dwindled a little bit. I did notice that,
sure.
But after today, yeah, man, after today, you have to be positive.
Well, you do have to be positive. At the end of the day, I hear people questioning Ole, questioning this, questioning that. I must say, in the last match, he made decisions a little bit late today. But I'm also, if you remember me saying last time, Bruno and Pogba have to finish a match. If they don't finish a match, it's a long day. But I'm not saying Ole's listened to me, but I like to think a little bit how Ole thinks. End of the day, me and Ole, we both got the same dad, you know what I mean? Sir Alex Ferguson, the father, almighty. Long may he live in Manchester United history. But we think similar in that sense. So yeah, I like that. But Ole did all right. We controlled the match eventually as soon as Bruno started getting onto the ball and actually be able to put in 2 passes. But I've got a question for you today. Actually, how do you think of what do you think of Jesse Lingard? I mean, what do you think of Jesse Lingard today? I want to see you come to what I was thinking. Go on.
Well, yeah. Listen, for me, obviously, I don't know with Jesse Lingard. Listen, I don't dislike him as a guy. I'm sure he's a great guy. In terms of his technical ability, I'm not 100% sold on him. But in terms of a squad player, is he the worst option to have? I don't know. Like today, he came on the pitch and he didn't do a lot wrong. I mean, he's obviously not the same sort of standard as Fernandes and Rashford and Martial at the moment. Those guys are just playing out of their skin right now. But obviously, Jesse Lingard coming on. He did all right. I can't say he did badly. I don't think anyone can say he did badly when he came on. I thought he did all right. I don't. I mean, I thought if I had to rate his performance out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 6. He didn't do anything wrong. And I think in terms of a guy who has whether he has a future or not at the club, I think I would like to think that we'd have a stronger option on the bench to bring on than Jesse Lingard. But
you hope so, eh?
I don't think he's the worst option to have. But yeah, what do you think?
As far as I'm concerned about Jesse Lingard, listen, I love the guy. I'm a big fan of Jesse Lingard, and that's why I want him to go.
All right.
Listen, today, reason why I asked you what I thought about Jesse Lingard is the first time I've seen Jesse Lingard play football, and he looked like he wasn't interested. Not that I'm not interested in playing. There wasn't a smile on his face. I'm not saying there was to smile about. He looks to me, it looks like a bit of a disconnect between him and the squad. I think he's going.
Really?
I'm not saying I want him to go. I love Jesse Lingard, but I really do think Jesse Lingard is going to go. It just there's something about his attitude. I'm not saying it's a bad attitude. I don't know. And also, why would he get Mina Riola as agent if he's not planning to go? There's no other reason. But I think he's going to go. And because I like him, I wanted to go play football. I wanted to go actually prove a few people wrong. You know what I mean? But not at my squad. Not at United though. Yeah. No offense to him. If we're staying at United, they were asking him to play Carling Cup matches or whatever you call that competition. Now I don't even want you in the FA Cup, bro. I want you on the bench for the FA Cup, and that's a bit of a disrespect for him at his age. So I want Jesse Lingard to go. I'm not sure how much we can get for him, but I definitely do want Jesse Lingard to go. We need better players off the bench, people who are not of the same ilk, but at least of the same style. I mean, what is Jesse Lingard like? Tell me another player at Manchester United that Jesse Lingard is similar to. I'm not picking on the guy. Like I said, I really do genuinely love the guy, but I'm just keeping a buck. But tell me another player in Manchester United squad that is similar to Jesse Lingard. Tell me one.
Yeah, I can't tell you, man. I can't tell you. This is what I'm saying. Like,
so what was he there for? Basically, Jesse Lingard, as far as I was concerned, come on today so that we can nullify the wing, so there can be less of a threat down that side. But he's there to stop the opposition playing football, and he's supposed to be a creative footballer. I genuinely feel sorry for him. He's not going to get the run of games he needs right now. In his next match, in the FA Cup, I doubt he'll even start that. I might be wrong, but you know what I mean? I doubt he'll even start that. But we'll see what happens in the FA Cup if he gets a bit of a game there. But where we will definitely see Jesse Lingard is after the league's over and when the Europa League comes, because we can't lose that match because it's that simple. But yeah, that's what I think about Jesse Lingard in that sense. And
I think that's a good point. I think especially if you look at the fact there's going to be 5 subs next season. They've seemed to have confirmed that. Like the squad depth is as important as it's ever been. Like. With Jesse Lingard as an option coming off the bench, as I said, I don't think he's like the worst option you can have. But again, you'd want to think that you'd have better options than Jesse Lingard to bring off the bench. I think it's some very very good points there about Jesse Lingard. But also back to the match. Who do you think played the best today for Manchester United? Who was your man of the match? Who stood out?
My man of the match, I'm not going to go for the popular opinions because it's easy to go for the popular opinions.
Of course.
They gave it to who did they give it to? They gave it to Bruno, didn't they?
Yeah.
But then it's easy to give it to Bruno. I mean, without Bruno's influence and deciding to actually grab the game by the scruff of the neck, I don't think we would have got our result as easy as we did in the end, or it would have been a much longer night. Obviously, Marcus Rashford, you cannot knock him. He got a goal and an assist. But for me, is Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire is my man of the match. And the reason why Harry Maguire is my man of the match is he didn't score, he should have scored, but at least he's actually getting his head to the ball, one. And there was countless amounts of blocks. He was putting himself there, doing the right thing, speaking to Lindelof, talking to Aaron Wan-Bissaka when Aaron Wan-Bissaka's out of position. For me, Harry Maguire was man of the match. Got himself a clean sheet and wouldn't have had a clean sheet without him. He took one I thought was in the face, but he threw himself at it and took one in the chest from about 10 yards. So for me, Harry Maguire, man of the match, but maybe not the most popular opinion, but he did everything he needed to do there well. And another honorary shout for me was Nemanja Matic off the bench. I see why we're playing Matic now. I love Scott McTominay, but Scotty boy,
Yeah.
it has to be Matic, unfortunately. We need somebody to stay there. It's becoming more and more apparent. Pogba can't move when there's we ain't got CDM. He's nervous to move, and he's going to try and beat people to try and spray a ball, and that's why I'm beginning to see it now. That's why he's making mistakes. But he can't, when he can't move further up the pitch, he starts to make mistakes. Bruno Fernandes, he was kind of marked out the game. He has to run all over the pitch to try and find space. But with the Nemanja Matic there, it's actually a lot easier. I'm seeing it. And also, he passes the ball forward at the right times too. So for me, Nemanja Matic, man of the match.
Not a bad shout. Not bad shouts there, to be fair. I was just on the man of the match thing as well. Asian Gamers joined. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. He's put there David De Gea is back. I want to ask you about David De Gea's performance. How do you think he went today?
David De Gea did David De Gea things, but not the David De Gea things that you man them out there who are haters like Banter FC with your joke of a flipping club battling for ninth. I saw put shout out to Arsenal beating Liverpool. You won your cup, yeah. Get the parade level. Anyway, let me get off Banter FC joke thing. Anyway, David De Gea, he was decent today. Decent. He put in the saves at the right time. He put himself in the right positions. He didn't make any mistakes, and yeah, he had a top match today. It was well, I want to say a top match. It was what should be normal for him. He's showing his normal standard and a bit more of the form that he was having from a little while back. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think he had a really good match. You know what? He's a shout for man of the match too. Actually, in fact, the more I talk about it and I look back at it, maybe I'm just being a bit too harsh on Manchester United. It wasn't actually that bad. There was a few mistakes, but there was a few good performances. But like I said to you last match, as long as we get more than half the team turn up. So who turned up today? Let's go through it. Rashford turned up. Martial turned up. Bruno turned up eventually. And what do you call it?
Yeah.
We had a McTominay. We had a Matic when he come on. He turned up. Maguire turned up. Lindelof turned up. And even Fosu Mensah, he turned up too. So that's more than half the team turning up. So that's why we got the victory and we got the clean sheet. So it is what it is. You get me? Yeah. Love it. I love it.
Yeah. It's just quality to be winning again, coming back to winning ways, and you gotta hope that these guys can take that confidence forward to the rest of the season. I mean, if Rashford and Martial can continue their form for the rest of the season, it won't be about whether we score goals. It'll be about whether if we win, it'll just be about keeping them out at the back. That's all it's going to matter.
Tell me a better front three in the Premier League. Tell me a better front three in the Premier League.
Right now, I'm gonna say it right now. You couldn't. I don't care whether Man City fans say Jesus Aguero, whatever. Like, yeah, I think right now we are the most clinical team out there right now. And you could say obviously against Southampton, we missed some chances, but like you gotta say, I don't know how many goals we've scored since the restart, but it's just so refreshing to see a clinical Manchester United team. But Chucky, man, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Oh, good, man. Anytime, man. Anyway, you guys, make sure you turn on your notifications and keep watching this guy. He's a good guy. And also, if you got time, join my channel as well, man. Yeah. I'll catch you soon, Kieran, bro.
Take it easy, guys. Man. Take it easy. Make sure you check out as well. United at the Wheel, great stuff there. Make sure to check out Chucky's channel, really good stuff there. And yeah, make sure to check it out, subscribe, leave a like, all that good stuff. But yeah, cheers for coming on as always, man.
I'll catch you soon, bro. I'll catch you in the weekend, man. Easy.
Yeah, see you, man.
Bless.
There you go. My guy Chucky. Make sure you check out his channel if you haven't already. Welcome the Mountain Man. Thanks for joining the Mountain Man. Really appreciate it. GG boys. GG indeed. GG indeed. I'm going to read a few of the comments out. Sam says Rashford man of the match for me. I think that's a good shout. Took his goal so well today. The composure was unreal for his goal. You have to say, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from him. Asian Gamer says thoughts on us winning every game because one loss. We're out of the top 4 in FA Cup. Listen. That we need to do our own job. That's what we've got to do. Sifo says, nah, mate, you're still Banter FC, especially off that bottle job at Southampton. Listen, if we get top 4, that will be in the past. That'll be firmly in the past. No one will care about that Southampton result if we get top 4. So that's what we've got to aim for. But yeah, I think we've got one final caller. I think Cassim, if you want to call on, man, I'll get you on. I'll get you on, man, and we can have a chat about what has gone on in the game today. So I'll call Kasim and we'll get him on because I know he wanted to come on. But as I said, keep leaving your thoughts, guys. And also, we've hit 11 likes. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Really appreciate it. But yeah, we've hit 11 likes. Thank you so much for support, guys. Really appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you check out United at the Wheel as well. Make sure you check them out. Sam United TV, all the channels that you guys have seen today, and all the channels that come on this stream regularly. Really appreciate it, and they make some great stuff. And another channel you want to check out as well is Man United Fan TV. Man United Fan TV, and Kasim joins us again. As always, what a legend, Kasim. Thanks for coming on, mate. Really appreciate it. And I'm sure you're absolutely buzzing after that victory today. What was your thoughts?
Yeah, man. As I said in my review, what's it called again? Finally, they've shown me consistency, man. They finally shown me that they can come back from a draw, man. I'm very buzzing now. Now I have confidence in the team. Yesterday, I was just a depressed, boring man, basically. But I'm very happy, man. I'm very happy. But we can't get complacent. We need to play our football. We need to play calm. Now, you're going to come on my channel, yeah?
Yeah, 100%, mate. I'll do that after.
Your fan cam. I'm going to get Dazza on, but there were some issues. Now, some players I'm going to mark down bad. I think there was definitely issues in that team today. Don't get me wrong. It was a very good performance, but there was very bad issues. Crystal Palace outplayed us in the first 30 minutes. They played attacking football, and we didn't expect that. And I thought we were just going to counter-attack them and absolutely batter them. But their shape was good, and they didn't have Cahill and that. But we move on, and I thought today's performance was average, really, but we won the game. So I think people will probably, if we drew or lost, then everyone's going to put the blame on Ollie. I think Ollie's tactics were a little bit off today, but of course, I'm Ollie in. I'm always going to be Ollie in from now on. I have to stick by him because I was Ollie out. Now I have to go Ollie in. Like after the Sheffield United game, I have to stick by him now. But his tactics were just wrong in the first 30 minutes. But then he just turned it around. I'm gonna give some players credit because you know how you said that, and you know how Tom said that about Rash.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I think he was I think he was good today. He's coming back to the Rash that we all know, and Rash is better than Mbappe, bro. Don't be a buffoon. Don't be a buffoon, and don't listen to these stupid merchants. Rash is better than Mbappe. Listen that, bro. I don't know how many Premier League. I think he's got. Let me get this up.
He scored 22 goals in all competitions.
Wow.
He's
17 Premier League goals. How many assists has? I think he's got 6 assists as well.
It's big numbers for him, man. Big numbers for Rashford this season.
Yes, man. Absolutely, Rash, the GOAT, man. Next season, I think he can get 40 Premier League goals.
Wow, 40. I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah.
I think
him and Tony can get 40 Premier League goals.
Right.
Tony, my big up Tony, bro. Like I'm Anthony Martial's Rashford and Martial are my favourite players at Man United, but Martial gets me excited, bro. Both of them are mandem. Love them. Absolutely love them. I don't know why I'm saying these stuff. I don't say them on my channel. I just sound like a normal guy. But absolute amazing, bro. Absolute amazing. Rash, man. Rash and Tony. Absolute amazing players. I thought today Rash and Tony were very good, but the player I need to give the credit to the most. Now, I criticised him on your channel on Monday. Harry Maguire.
Oh.
You can't. I don't think he's good enough. Still, he needs to be consistent every week. He does every flipping week, right? But I just want to see. I don't know about you. Maybe I'm being like too over the top. I just want to see a Van Dijk type of Man United. That's all I want to see. I want to see that dominant centre back that just can't get. Nobody can get past, bro. And maybe what's his name? He plays for Ruben Diaz from what's it called again? Benfica. He's a very good centre back.
Oh, yeah.
I would buy him. He looks like an absolute beast, bro. Absolute beast, man. Harry Maguire for me was very good today. Very good. You can't criticize Harry Maguire, bro. He should have scored, but I don't blame him. Maybe the first shot, I think the first corner was, out of the bloom. You have to say it was out of the bloom.
Yeah.
The second, go on.
No, I was just going to say, listen, I think, he had a few chances to score today, to be fair, Harry Maguire, and maybe on another day he would put them away, but I think that's the only thing with Harry Maguire. Sometimes when he's attacking set pieces, I think he's probably headed the most balls over the bar this season. I'm not sure if anyone's got that stat, but I think if there was a stat on that, Harry Maguire would probably be leading. But at the end of the day, he's a defender, and his first point of call is defending. And then, I agree with you. I thought he ddid brilliantly today. But who was your man of the match? Who do you think stood out the most today?
I can't spoil it.
Of course. Obviously, you want go and check out his.
But you
his
can ask me
review.
another question.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
Just give me another question, bro. Final question.
All right, go on then. Final question then. After this result today, obviously, you know, after the Southampton result, I think everyone was a bit down, but obviously you came on here and you're a bit pessimistic about everything. But obviously after this result today, how confident are you of United getting over the line in top four? How confident has this result changed your mood about our prospects, or you still think it's going to be tight?
I think we're favourites against West Ham. Leicester City on the final day. We did a podcast, but I didn't upload it because it just looks stupid now. But I think that Tottenham will beat Leicester on Sunday.
Ooh, yeah.
It's going to be it's going to be a very good game. I can't wait to watch both Tottenham, Leicester, and United, Chelsea. Amazing, bro. But if we, I'm worried about the Leicester game.
Yeah. That's the game, isn't it?
I'm never really worried again. This is strange, right? The only big teams I'm actually worried about is, when we play them is, what's it called again? Tottenham. That's weird. And I'm actually worried about Chelsea. Those are the two teams I'm actually worried about. Top teams. And you're like, Liverpool and Man City, bro. But I don't know why. I'm not worried about those teams. Leicester, I'm just worried about because I just think they'll probably want him more than us. And
yeah, man.
Who knows, bro? Who knows? But we'll see from now on. Yeah. So we move on. We need a win. If we don't win the next two games, the players need to go. Because you have to. And I want to make one final point about Jesse Lingard.
Go on.
Now, Jesse Lingard has been getting so much criticism, and it's agreed. But I don't know why. But do you know, in the first 3 months of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Jesse Lingard, for me, was our best player. He created the chances. He created the chances, bro. He was that guy. But do you know where he actually played?
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Where did he play?
Right wing. He's not played right wing all season. This is the first time he played right wing, and he did a decent job.
Yeah, he was not bad. I don't think he was that bad, to be fair.
So I think Jesse Lingard is a decent bench option right winger. And people need to give credit to my man Lingard, because I've given him criticism, but for me, he's a decent sub option. Would I sell him? No, I wouldn't sell him. And that's been I wouldn't sell Lingard. I'm sorry, I wouldn't. He's just Man United loyalty, and I think he's a decent right winger. But I wouldn't be that sad if we sold Lingard. And is it just me, or sometimes when Lingard plays like central attacking midfielder and he's playing with the GOAT he just looks, and Rashford just looks horrendous when he plays with Lingard.
I mean, that's the thing.
I mean, when he's in the midfield, he just looks horrendous. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on the game. And everyone in the live chat, let me know your thoughts. And subscribe to my boy Red Devil Weekly.
Cheers,
and
man.
go check out his fan cam and player ratings on the channel, my channel, Man United Fan TV, bro. Because Red Devil Weekly, he talks so much sense. It's unreal, man. And do subscribe to him. And everyone, share the vid, bro. Share the vid. Of course, you got 800 subscribers. Let's get Red Devil Weekly to 1K by... This is mad. By the end of the Europa League. Let's get you to 1K.
I love that, mate. I love that. Yeah,
we'll get you to 1K. We'll get you to 1K, bro. We'll get you to 1K.
Cheers, man. Thank you so much for support, man. And make sure you check out Manchester United Fans TV as well. Really good stuff on there. I'll be on there just after this. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Cassie, mate, as always. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you in a little while.
Yeah. See you in a little while, mate. Bye.
Cheers, man. Wow, guys, thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate everyone coming on and saying all these nice things and just being such a great community. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, cheers to United out of the wheel. See you later, man. Hopefully, make sure you check out his channel as well. Great stuff on there. And Mountain Man says, final fixtures Leicester could decide top 4. It 100% could. It's shaping up that way. I think after today's results, it pretty well has to go to the final day, because we can only be 3 points above Leicester before we play them. So it's going to go to the final day regardless. So pretty well that game's going to be the decider. Obviously, we could be 3 points ahead of them when we play them, but that's not even if we are, we still have to make sure we don't lose that game. So it's going to be big. It's going to be big. But very, very exciting times, and we're well in this race. Level on points with top 4. But a win is a win. 3 points in the bag. We needed that. We really needed that. And it's renewed some confidence in me. It really has. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in tonight. Really appreciate it. Please make sure you do leave a like if you aren't already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll see you guys for the Chelsea preview. But brilliant win. 3 points. And we move.